Damn,
All
son.
this clout chasing got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I'm good at it. And they got that taken from me.
I want to see their
Y'all are sick.
take on this.
They called the company 500s.
Messing up business.
500 X's?
Times.
Oh, 500 times. My bad. 500 times and are messing up business. Well, you're a certified plumber. You don't need to work for a company. You go work for yourself.
Hey, listen.
While Preach is not wrong, for that to be his initial response, not that it's wrong or his business got hit up 500 plus times after he was doxxed, after his private information was leaked online, just to say tough shit? So I woke up this morning to a very pleasant surprise in it that the hilarious guys over there at Abba and Preach just recently reacted to the Pop the Balloon gentleman who got fired from his job after his appearance on the show. Now, I took a look at the title of the video. Let's read it. Man roasts the queens on dating show. Ruins his own life. Now, immediately when I read this section of the title, I thought, well, it appears as that Abba and Preach think that it was okay that he got fired from his job based off of the back and forth of what was happening between him and the other contestants. But, you know, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I give YouTubers the benefit of the doubt. I don't judge books by the cover. I actually go through the content. Also, listen, before we get active, do understand, in case you're not familiar with the channel, I actually reacted to this discussion, this viral moment, 2 times in the past 2 days. So my attempt here is not to continue to reiterate all of the things that I've said previously. So I would implore you to go look at those pieces of content to see my full, uninterrupted thoughts. So that's what I want to do for you guys here today. Take a look at the content, commentate over it, and determine a conclusion. So without further ado.
Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron.
This man, you see the way he walked in?
He's got some early Mike Tyson energy.
Yeah. Yo.
You know when women just assume you got bad intentions? This is the face they talk about. This is the face that they be seeing when they're walking down the street. They're like, oh, I know he's creeping. This is why they be defensive, because if a motherfucker wants you...
So this is hilarious, but also too, the context that they probably don't know is that the gentleman was shot in the face several years ago. So sort of like how 50 Cent has like a weird half smile sometimes because he got shot in the face as well. But let's just keep on listening.
He's not here to ask you for directions.
You know I'm an old geezer because I look at this man and I'm like, ooh, this man is up to no good.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, yes. And what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous.
So when I heard this the first time, my first thought was he's probably been cheated on in the past. So it's just top of mind for him. But let's see what they say about it.
I'm looking.
What are you looking for? Someone who's attractive and not a criminal. What's some deal breakers?
Someone who's
ugly and who's a criminal.
But I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, it's just funny. That's just those two back to back.
He's
not cleanly. Don't have a career. Nothing really going for yourself.
Okay. All right. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
They popped the balloon basically to say they're not interested.
Popping the balloon property. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. That's okay.
I mean, he didn't say anything either. Let him play.
No, there's a nuance.
Okay.
If I
Let's
say
go.
the feeling is mutual, the feeling is mutual.
All right.
The feeling is definitely mutual.
Okay.
You're trying to get back at someone.
I think you're reading too hard.
No, I'm not.
So I actually agree with Preach here. And I said this in my previous video, is that it was a sort of a jab back.
All right, let's find out.
So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen.
Nah.
So the thing is, and let me also, the lady in this situation, I think it shows a lot about her character that she didn't continue to spar back and forth at that jab, at that time. Just like I said in my previous video, was it needed? Absolutely not. But is it disrespectful? No, it's not disrespectful.
Definitely, it could have been. The feeling is mutual. Hey, the feeling is mutual. No hard feelings. We good, and then we move on. There's a nuance. No, am I wrong?
Let's just watch.
I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay, well, let's go ahead.
Look
All
at-
right, we
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up
The
popping
cutie
your balloon.
pie.
Hi, my name is Jara. I'm 22.
Okay, and why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made didn't really. I like a more humble person. That's the one that responds. So defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like it.
don't like
fine. Hey, I
confrontation.
could just,
Yeah.
all I can do is be honest,
I mean,
you know.
yeah, be honest,
I
be your
came
authentic
over
self.
here to,
That's okay.
To find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all,
mean,
Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Sure.
For all the women that watch content like this, like look at her body language. Look at the way she's holding her hands out in front of her. The reason why she's holding her hands like that is because she's not feeling comfortable right now because she has to say no to somebody. So she's holding her hands out. And you'll also see she'll stretch out her arms out in front of her and kind of lean back. Think I'm tripping? Watch. Look at it again.
That's really it.
It's ultra feminine the way.
I didn't really
Ultra
necessarily like
submissive
That's
in the
fine.
way that
Hey,
she's
I could just,
communicating.
Yeah.
all I can do is be honest,
I
you
mean,
know.
yeah, be honest,
I
be your
came over
authentic
here
self.
Doing it right
That's
there.
okay.
to find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all,
mean,
Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Sure.
And I was, she's someone that's your type?
She all right, you know. You're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No
You know,
disrespecting.
but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't.
You don't have to go all that. Like you do it a bit too much. You could have said not necessarily. Is the extra stuff?
All right, listen. People said this. I'm waiting for it to get flagrant. Let's see.
Yeah.
And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and
Look at-
why you ended up
Oh, they
popping
zoomed
your
in
balloon.
on him.
I'm Lex,
Yo.
and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
course.
that's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah.
No. Oh, dog.
Means looking them up and down. Like, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. And you know what?
staring at her
You know what?
kneecaps.
It makes me think of church.
yeah, Queen.
It makes me think of church.
What do you mean?
Where they say something super shady, but they end it with like a nice word.
Bless yourself.
Yes.
Bless your heart.
Yes.
Ooh. Bless your heart.
Yes. That's what it feels
I mean,
like. Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. I'm glad we not together. Yes, Queen.
It's respectful disrespect.
Disrespect. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think it's just disrespect, but okay.
well,
No, it is. It is. No, it is. The end result is disrespect.
It's a pile of doo-doo
Covered in gold.
in a Hallmark card.
Still a pile of doo-doo.
Exactly.
I'll pray for you, Abba.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay, here's where I disagree with that, or I think there's nuance that we have to consider because I understand when Priest says respectful, disrespectful. At the base level, what do we have here? We have woman rejects man. We have man responds by then rejecting woman. And what did he say? The same thing that he said with the other chick. You did me a favor as well. The only difference and the only nuance, and I'll admit I didn't pick this up on the first iteration of the video, is that he looked down at her kneecaps with the tattoos on it again, and then looked back at her face and repeated, you did me a favor. That look down and that look up at the same time as him rejecting her is what made it teeter on disrespect. If he didn't do that look forward and that look down, and he just said, you did me a favor, Queen, I think we would have all had relatively the same conclusion. But they're right in a sense that the body language at the same time that you communicate does matter.
It's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. you know, I'm just gonna tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know, the
Cool.
one that is it, I'm gonna let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
That was a
Your
respectful
name and
exchange.
age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Okay.
Brianna, 26.
They zooming in on his
My
eyes.
eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms.
Defense.
You know,
Yeah. Okay. So they're laughing. Okay.
Flag on the plate. Where did that come from? That is going crazy.
Flag on the plate.
That is going crazy.
If I was already,
I need my helmet again. Oh my God, this is gonna be a bumpy ride.
How many helmets
this
you
shit
got?
crazy. Oh my God, that was unnecessary.
That was a nice
my
helmet.
God,
My man,
oh my God,
my man woke up, went back to sleep, and woke up
oh
again,
my God.
only to choose violence.
If I was like, yo, this dude is a bit on something when he's like, yeah, whatever, you definitely did me a favor. It's definitely mutual. And then he pulls this. Now I'm just looking at the hairs on your arm. Wow.
First degree murder. Let's go.
women I deal with.
They didn't capture what she was about to do, which was about to position him as a creep. The girl already popped the balloon. The girl already didn't want anything to do with him. And she sees what is happening before her, what she's perceiving as disrespect. He was looking in the eyes and looking down of all of the girls. She was the first one to call it out. But the difference here is that she's wearing a shirt to, I suppose, accentuate her very long titties. And I'm not trying to body shame, but these are, can we just not agree? The Pythagorean theorem equation on these tits, let's just move on. And what I said in my previous reaction is men should have ears up and ready for when women try to position you as being a creep, a predator, a sexual deviant, and you should stop at nothing to defend yourself. So I perceive this as a preemptive defense. He preemptively understood where she was about to go and instead pulled the Uno reverse on her arms.
They don't have hair on their
Don't
arms.
do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all
Okay.
I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body
You just
parts,
wasn't
but
looking at
that's
my
not what
eyes.
it is. No,
That's
I was
all
looking at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
Alright,
so
that's
that's
cool.
all good.
Good Lord, get this man off the stage.
Yo, it's getting saltier and saltier by the minute.
Yeah.
This guy is a bag of pretzel, dry and salty.
All right, let's get through this shit.
Okay. So we do still have 3
Nah, you know what? These women are all else. I'm gonna say this. If you just watch a dude who showed up for 5 seconds get disrespectful and belligerent with women off of so little, imagine what it's gonna be like dating that dude. And then you go say like, oh my God, I never saw it coming. No, bitch. You saw it coming, you just didn't care because you thought he was cute. And some of you motherfuckers think you could change somebody. That's why I don't be feeling bad for some people, because all the red flags are there that the people they about to date is a piece of shit. But they ignore it. Same with dudes. You see a really hot girl with a poppin' Instagram and all this other shit going on. They be like, oh man, she gonna be the one for me. Turn out she's just there for your cheddar. It's like, bro, y'all gotta take some accountability. 3 women kept that. This dude was unnecessary. I didn't think the women said anything crazy. The dude cost out. And I'm like, at first I was like, okay, one off. This dude did with every girl. How do you think he's gonna react to you when things don't go well in your relationship? And the camera's not there. And you guys are alone. That's the real lesson in all this. The real L isn't even him. It's the 3 women who didn't pop their balloons. But anyways,
Yeah.
let's keep watching.
But she
Completely agree with Abba's logic there of being able to look at red flags in a person and then being surprised later when those red flags obviously are going to surface. What I disagree with is at this particular junction, I have seen more often than not a guy that has defended himself or has responded back to being rejected, albeit at some points, it does come across as too much. I said that in my previous video, and I'm gonna state it again here today. Would I have answered the exact same ways? No. Do I think that it's good for entertainment and our let's pop the balloon? Yes. I mean, shit, you guys were laughing when you said the arm shit. If that's not entertaining, I don't know what is, but I understand Abba's logic when it refers to actually choosing people to date.
looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay.
The 2 women, my bad. My bad. Girl in pink.
Shout out to you.
You walked away from the ledge. Girl in blue looked like she thinking about it. The girl in the black thinks she might go all the way. She not even holding the pin. She like what she see.
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
My girl is hot.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal.
So much.
Yo, he's a character.
That just proves that he wasn't actually mad about the hair on the arms. He was just salty because the girl gave him the the girl's like, "Why you looking at my titties?" And he's like, "Oh, let me just roast her."
Yo, this guy is, yo, wow.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway. I could look any way I want to. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah. Do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already been. I already let you know. I'm not interested in.
Come on.
You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways.
Okay, so he's saying get your balloon back, but how you feeling him?
I'm not going to get my balloon back.
Okay.
Look at he's looking straight down.
Okay. All right, let's see
Yo.
So we do still have 2 balloons.
Listen, I'm from New York, and the thing is like, what he's doing when he looks down, all of my New York friends, my funniest New York friends that I know, yo, they always, when you say something to them and they get ready to roast you right back, yo, they go straight to the feet. I don't know where he's from, but they go straight to the feet. And as soon as I start to see their eyes go down, my heart begins to palpitate as I think about my shoe choice earlier that day. Shit, did I wash my shoes after I went to go play basketball last week? And if I didn't, whatever's coming to me is my fault. Now, I do think an important piece of context that probably Abba and Preach do not know is that the culture of this show is roasting. What I said in my first reaction is that the real value, the entertainment value of the show is the interactions like this happening. So it's something that does happen. The roasting happens back and forth for both male and female. But what we have seen so far should not lead to a man losing his job. Hopefully they don't conclude that towards the end of this. Let's keep going.
Balloons?
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons?
No.
Okay.
Let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, you know, complimenting them, you know? So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started that, what was going on, I'm very like, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon.
Yeah. I like this reaction.
I don't want my man to argue back with me.
That means that she likes to win. That means she has a large ego. That means she doesn't want to be talked back to. That means she doesn't want to face consequences for the things that she might say. Let's see if he picks up on the same thing.
Yuck. What is that? What I hate about that?
Because it means that there's no ground. It kind of, the subtext of that is that she's always right. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want someone to argue with you. No, sometimes you're going to be wrong and we're going to have to discuss it. The final maybe is a bad choice of words, but there's a difference between arguing and bickering. That was bickering. That was not arguing, okay? Like the argument, whenever you have an argument and you go back and forth.
It sounds like...
Why make an allowance for her having a bad choice of words, but also not make an allowance for the guy not having a bad choice of words?
She toxic and she don't want somebody to be on her level.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I think it's a bad choice of words. So
I mean, I can only go based on what she said.
We could, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy, just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm gonna get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You're not that cute.
Whoa! Hey, yo! what's crazy?
What?
She said it and I
She
seen
did.
it. She said it and I seen it.
that's
Okay,
funny.
Not
guys.
that. She's like, since you're doing that, I'ma roast you. Whoa. He kind of looked like a Ninja Turtle though.
Mikey.
Cowabunga dude.
Yeah, the dumb one?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. She said Ninja Turtle. That's crazy.
I bet he smiles like this.
Yo, she said that shit and it killed me.
Yeah, well.
Hey, go for it, girl.
You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like
They must have edited out whatever he said to her.
Yes, because he didn't go at her.
But he did. It just there
And
was
we
a
didn't
cut.
see it.
Oh,
Yeah, there
there
was a
was a
cut.
cut?
There was a cut.
but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's gonna always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you guys
See? Yay!
Okay.
So they cut some shit
I wonder
out.
what
He
happened.
cut some shit out.
I want to hear what this motherfucker said for her to react like this.
I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, and I do real estate and property management.
I live
So what you
downtown.
do ain't
I live
nothing compared to
downtown.
me.
I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even
You
dealing
say
with
everybody
me.
not qualified.
So
That line is getting kind of old. She's not.
Tim, you definitely.
I don't understand how, right? Like, she's popping off, and you know we're talking about subtext or could it mean the things that she's saying. She's going in on him, and they're not giving any critique or criticism for the way that she's going towards him. But the main focus is going in on his behavior. And this is what I was talking about in my first video, is that men, you must understand that the way that we get judged as men for our actions, especially if you are a type of a man, a masculine man that commands a room, you must first understand that there's going to be people in there that do not like the way that you command within the room. Secondly, you must understand is that if you are viewed as a leader of sort, or if you have a stature that is larger than most, your words, your actions are going to be up for more scrutiny than women on general, in average, in that same room. It's a lot of double standards. We don't complain about double standards. We understand that they exist. We acknowledge them, and we make good decisions with our manhood and our masculinity, living out in the world, going into the future. But the double standard here is, in fact, to laugh at or think that he deserved that reaction from this woman, while also at the same time being critical of the man who is defending and or standing up for himself. Now, at the same time, I do understand that there's pieces of this clip that we all haven't seen. But even without that piece, she's getting a lot more allowance than what he's getting.
Old. She's not.
Tim, you definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
And
ain't
the one
my
that you
type.
wanted popped
If I
up
seen, that's fine.
So what?
That is totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
yeah,
man
you can't
off
do
camera.
that.
When she said, "Get this man out of here," she's like,
You know, like, you can always tell somebody's a loser based on how they react to a rejection.
"Yes,
If you gotta floss your money, your
Yes.
car, your
Yes.
place after a girl says no, you already lost.
yes."
And it's like that old adage says, right? When you see fight with a pig,
Well-
to everyone who's looking outside, it looks like two pigs fighting in the mud.
And the pig enjoys it.
Right?
Yeah, the pig
It's
is-
just,
yeah.
you never gonna win this in the actual grand scheme of things. You're just doing it because your ego a little bit busted. Is it good entertainment? Absolutely. But if would I recommend anybody do this? Absolutely not. You don't gain anything from this. You look less attractive to all the women looking, and for good reason, because you look like you're a softie. And
I think the one context he's missing here is that they seem to have gotten in a back and forth about what's in their bank account, what they do for, I mean, she said real estate, he said licensed plumber. Now, but I agree with Abba, and I said this in my video, you should not be going back and forth. You shouldn't put yourself in a position where you have to say something like that publicly. Not only does that make you a target for people that are more than willing to scam or to do unlawful things in order to get that money in that bank account with you putting it out on Jump Street. But also, it is not the best look to have an ego battle with a woman. Men and women are completely different, completely separate. We're more alike than we are different. But I do not recommend getting in a back and forth ego battle in a reality with a woman. There is no benefit that can ever come from it ever. And what we find out later is that as soon as he says 100K, the chick on the end said, "Ooh, I can't wait not to pop this balloon because part of that 100K about to be my K." If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at my previous video where the licensed plumber alleges that she asked him for money after the show.
Secondly, you just embarrass yourself on a public platform for the world to see.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay. And Esther, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done
Or are
with the
you
rest
finished?
of that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, now we can talk, right?
in a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
I look
What are
for
you looking for?
a woman.
Not a gold digger.
I mean, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous. A woman that's going to be consistent. A woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself.
Okay.
You know, as well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all. And
Matter of fact, let's just fast forward this part. We know how this ends.
35.
He's
This
29.
nigga looks like he's 35 going on 45.
Yes.
What's your age?
He looks like
What age?
he got shot in the
he
face.
is 33.
I think you should have gone for 38.
What are you?
I'm 29.
Yeah! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I don't get it.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
God damn, I look younger than you. I'm 42.
Apparently black do crack. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Apparently black do crack. Oh my God.
How many ways you got?
Hey, you know what? We invested.
We invested.
We invested.
You know what's interesting
If
about
that
this?
man's 28, then baby, I'm proud. I'm proud, and I'm gonna stay proud.
God damn.
You know what's interesting about this? Like, let's say, for example, that, you know what's interesting about this is that, let's say that the licensed plumber, let's say that he had this exact same reaction to one of the girls' age. You know, he begins to troll her, he puts on an old person wig or what have you. I would argue that that would have had way more women calling his place of business after he got doxxed to get him fired. So I guess my question is that if it's okay to do it within this context, then I guess how come you guys are judged at the same frequency as he's being judged on that show? I guess to simplify that, what I'm saying is that if this is okay, then why is it not okay for him to say that you're not qualified? And to be honest, I think saying to a woman that you are not qualified is less disrespectful than laughing at a man because he's 29 and he may look a little bit older.
Love is love, all age is age.
This is the new look right here.
Yeah. Okay. So this is definitely gonna get pictured out of context.
I don't
and
give a fuck. Relax. Take it easy. I don't give a shit.
That is crazy. Man said
29. Yo.
crazy.
I just...
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
You know, we right, like the normalization of, you know, short kings, right? Like, you know, judging a man based off of his height, you know, judging a man, you know, saying things such as his look, does size matter, his weight, right? Like, body positivity only refers to women. It does not refer to men. And although he's 29, I mean, he's in peak physical condition. I mean, honestly, he's a genetic specimen. I don't know how tall he is. It looks like he's maybe like 5'8"-ish, somewhere around. Oh, these girls look a little bit, they're probably like 5'6"-ish or something like that. So while though he may be on the shorter side, he obviously takes care of his body. And I would take a guess and say he exercises probably damn near every day. But it's okay to roast him on his age and the way that he looks or his smile, but it's not okay for him to talk about the hair on her arms. He could have gotten a lot worse. He could have talked about her organ that was very low on top of her stomach, the mammary glands, the udders. You know what I'm talking about. His response regarding the hair on her arms got deemed as sassy behavior. Is laughing at his older looking face sassy behavior as well? I'll leave that question for the comment section.
Might as well get up out of here right now.
All right, well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All these girls are looking at her like, honey.
No, what are you doing?
That they probably singing that Tony Braxton song to themselves. He wasn't man enough for me.
No, what are you doing? Why you gotta be with a dusty? That's what they thinking.
All right, so it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it gonna be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh.
Hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match.
I'll be honest. I commended her for her game in the first reaction. God save souls. But now, after knowing the additional context about her, I'm like, oh. I more prefer the lady that I'm talking to just have no game at all, right? Like, because I don't know what you're saying to me. How much are you G'ing me up? How much are you gaming the system here? You understand what I'm saying? She's too quick on her feet.
All right, let me take this mic.
They clapping like stupid.
See you on the first 48.
Damn,
All
son.
this clout chasing got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I'm good at it. And they got that taken from me.
I want to see their
Y'all are sick.
take on this.
They call the company 500
Messing up business.
500 X's?
Times.
Oh, 500 times. My bad. 500 times and are messing up business. Well, you're a certified plumber.
them.
You don't need to work for a company. You could work for yourself.
Hey, listen. Man.
While Preach is not wrong, for that to be his initial response, not that it's wrong or his business got hit up 500 plus times after he was doxxed, after his private information was leaked online, just to say tough shit.
You a fool for having a job and going on what is essentially the modern day version of national television and making a fool out of yourself. Yeah, it's going to reflect on your job. You can't go to places and be incredibly disrespectful because guess what? When people find out you work at a specific spot, they're like, I don't want to do business with that person. I'm not advocating that people are going to call on that shit. But I'm like, bro, even when I was 21 and I was working at JP Morgan, I knew I couldn't do certain things online. I used to hide my Facebook. I used to hide certain things about myself so people couldn't find it. Like,
they tell you.
I just don't understand people who got real professional jobs go on these platforms, act crazy disrespectful and flagrant with people where it goes viral, very likely to, and then get shocked when it has real world repercussions. But hey,
I understand what Abba is saying. I used to work at JP Morgan as well, and I used to go through great lengths to like block certain people that I worked with and to hide different profiles. Right? People create Finsta accounts and things like that. I understand what he's saying, and I guess the difference here is our understanding of his behavior as being extremely disrespectful. If 500 people are going to call the job on him, 500 people are not calling the ladies' jobs. They're not doing the same thing as well. And I think to have that degree of cancel culture, especially when we're coming from the revelations of so many lying ass stories. I get his logic though, as it applies to working in a professional business and not going on shows like this where you know it's contentious in nature. You know they roast back and forth and you know that you have to clap back and your clap back may not be seen well for the place of business. But I don't think that was the problem here. The problem here is that you had a cancel culture that wanted to hurt him, that wanted to harm him. Thank God he has a certification that can allow him to go somewhere else or even maybe, as Preach said, start his own business. But you're removing this man's ability to provide for his family because of his clapbacks, because of his responses. Based off of what we've seen just on this clip, I think it is entirely way too much and it's entirely too far.
I'm not saying I advocate for this man getting fired. I'm just saying I'm not surprised. This is things that happen all the time, and they've been happening for a long time.
Okay.
So you would think today, with all the information people have, they would think before losing their job. But it's like that TikTok doctor, the plastic surgeon who was too busy filming TikToks and lost her medical license.
I thought he was going to talk about the TikTok therapist. Remember her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Jesus. It's like a professional code of conduct. Folks going to protect their business interest.
Yeah.
That's just what it comes down to. Anything else?
No.
Yeah, and let me also comment on that as well, is that with the TikTok therapist situation, she was not only using all of these cuss words all over the internet as working for a professional environment, but was also sharing stories of clients that would see her, male clients that would see her, as well as having an extreme, she has an OnlyFans right now, by the way. I got a video of it on my channel showing everything. But again, would have these extremely sexually charged and focused streams that she would do up on her Twitter or TikTok or whatever, which shows clear instability, which shows clear mental health issues. She had a litany of things that led to her losing her job. But this guy had some clapbacks on a show known for roasting and clapbacks. Do we really believe that those two things are created equal? If you do, leave them comments down below, because I need my own damn pin of shame as well. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Me, go to tourismreviews@gmail.com. Shout out to Abba and Preach. I've been a fan of their channel for years now. It's dope to see those brothers still committed to being themselves and having their own opinion, albeit different than mine at times, but having their own opinion and doing it in a way that is so entertaining to galvanize an audience for as long as it's so difficult to do, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy. So kudos and hats off to them. Get down in the comments on this one. I want to see you guys' responses and reactions. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.